Welcome to another edition of Shelby This Week. Here's what we have coming up for you. An intense standoff between police officers and one Shelby Township man resulted with a man shot. We will break down the events of the day. The township is free of trash because of some very special volunteers. Shelby Township officials celebrated Arbor Day with the planting of a tree at the Nature Center. We have all these stories and much more on this edition of Shelby This Week. A standoff with the Shelby Township Police Department resulted in a 35-year-old man shot several times. Close to 2 p.m. on Thursday, a call came into dispatch from a concerned girlfriend after her boyfriend allegedly threatened to commit suicide and fired a gun inside their residence at Providence Park condominiums. When police responded to the scene, they were able to speak to the individual on the phone, and then officers heard 3 distinctive gunshots fired within the condo. The Shelby Township Police Department, along with the Macomb County Sheriff's Office and Utica Police Department, were at the scene. After attempts to get the man out of the complex, he came out and shot at officers, which then prompted the police to shoot at him to protect themselves.
They did what they're trained to do. We're obviously a very highly trained department, very skilled. They did exactly what they're trained to do. They set up the perimeter. They cleared out locations, nearby locations, got innocent people out of that area, and then the bottom line, the way he was acting so erratically, they had no choice. And then when he came out and was going to point a gun at them and shoot his gun off, they had to defend themselves. This
wasn't the first time officers were called to this residence, according to Chief Schlide. Last year, they went out to the condo for a reported medical issue. The man did receive aid on the scene and was transported to the hospital where he died. The Macomb County Sheriff's Office will be conducting an investigation. Shelby Township's Beautification Committee held its annual cleanup day. Hundreds of volunteers took to the streets of Shelby Township to make the area free of litter. Our Stacy Sansatera has more.
Shelby Township Cleanup Day!
Cleaning up trash on the roadways is one of the best ways to pitch in for your community and the environment.
It's important to help keep Shelby cleaner and greener, which is our motto for the Beautification Committee, and it just makes people happy when the roads are clean.
And there is no doubt that this event is all about community coming together to keep our township clean and green.
There's lots of groups. There's Boy Scout groups, Girl Scout groups, church groups. There's people that just walk in and just want to help and volunteer. We have a lot of school groups that come, and people from National Junior Honor Society and the National Honor Society, so high school and junior high groups.
Litter is an eyesore, plain and simple, and that motivates so many to come out and work.
It cleans up the earth and makes the roads look better. I know after I drive home, I can see that all the trash is picked up and it looks really nice.
We've done this for quite a few years. Actually, one of our charter members was Clarence Cook, who was very active in the Shelby Township as far as recycling and different things. So unfortunately, he passed away this last spring, and we're doing this always in his honor.
It's important to keep the community clean and looking nice for our neighbors and everybody who drives through here.
First of all, people should not litter. People should not throw out garbage just anywhere. But if they do, this is why we do.
And for one couple, this day is an anniversary of sorts because you never know where you might find love.
It's our trash-iversary.
What does that mean?
So we actually started dating a year ago doing this project, picking up trash.
Ah, so you fell in love with the cleanup day.
Yes, absolutely.
Shelby Township Cleanup Day!
Another great day in Shelby Township where community reigns supreme. For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
And on the same day, residents did a little cleanup around their homes. An annual event brought out people with a mission to continue to keep the environment clean.
We have Household Hazardous Waste and Electronic Recycling Day here in Shelby Township.
Household hazardous waste includes products that we purchase and use every day in our home that contain materials that can harm us or the environment.
Well, it's their civic responsibility to help the environment.
Open to all township residents, this free event is the safest way to dispose of and recycle unwanted items within the home.
So we're really happy that people are coming out and getting rid of all their paint and their drugs and their electronics that they don't use anymore, and they don't put them in the landfill. So it's a really good thing for the community to be doing.
A good thing for the community and a win for the environment as Shelby Township residents came out to do their part for our world. For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
Arbor Day was celebrated in Shelby Township by planting a new tree at the Nature Center. Shelby Township honored Arbor Day by not only planting a tree at the Nature Center, but announcing its listing as Tree City, USA. This idea honors the importance of public trees. It first started in 1976, and according to arborday.org, more than 3,400 communities have made a commitment to being a Tree City, USA.
Tree City USA is not a new initiative. These are things we've been doing for a long time. What we're doing now is just more or less formalizing a program to make it more aware as to how people can get involved. This is a big push that we want to put forward.
As we know, there are many different benefits of becoming Tree City USA. First of all is it shows what the community is doing for the benefits of trees in your township or city. Here in Shelby Township, all the money that we've spent on trees, it has to go based on your population and per capita, shows how committed we are to trees here in Shelby Township and our park system.
2 weeks ago, volunteers gathered at Jean Shepherd Park to plant 50 trees. In the last 2 years, over 100 trees have been planted at the park.
I think we've got the best collection of trees anywhere in Macomb County, perhaps as good as anywhere in southeast Michigan. But we're very, very proud of that, and we want to keep our canopies looking beautiful, and we want to make sure that we can do everything to make them look even better.
The government can do so much to set an example, but it's really about getting the local residents, homeowners, to actually plant trees to replace and to get a urban canopy up to about a 40% is what's recommended by the United States Forest Service, and we average about 22% in Macomb County. So you can see why we're trying to promote trees.
We want people to plant trees, we want people to respect the environment, but we also want people to get involved, and the way they can get involved is by simply going to our website.
In conjunction with the Tree City USA, Shelby Township announced its new program called Preserving a Better Place. The new initiative will raise awareness for natural and cultural resources and protect the township's tree canopy. To learn more about the township's new Preserving a Better Place campaign, watch the second edition of Living, which will air on Shelby TV. Last year, the National Association of Letter Carriers collected 75 million pounds of food for their 25th annual food drive. Participation from communities across the country has made this event a success year after year. This year, the United States Postal Service invites you to place non-perishable food items by your mailbox so the postal worker can pick up a bag when they deliver your mail. All the food will then be divided and brought to local food banks to service families in need right here in Macomb County. Be sure to put out your food items on Saturday, May 12th to help the letter carriers stamp out hunger. Still ahead on Shelby This Week, we take you inside Eisenhower High School where their resource officer has officially started. Being diagnosed with autism hasn't stopped this young man from accomplishing his dreams. The Shelby Township Fine Art Society has some unique pieces up for sale. We will tell you just when and where you can pick up your next piece of art.
What to expect when you're expecting.
Like here?
A teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to teen-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys. Preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
Ready for the... Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
little over a month ago, Utica Community Schools announced its plan to put an armed officer in each of their high schools. The district's partnership with the Shelby Township Police Department has provided an officer at Eisenhower High School as well as Utica High School. Our Stacy Sansatera has more.
School safety is of the utmost importance in our school district. We truly believe that if students, parents, community do not feel safe in our school, then our priority for giving great education to our kids would be lost.
And Utica Community Schools recognizes that a safe environment allows the teachers to do their primary work, which is providing a top-notch education to all students. Enter the Shelby Township Police Department.
We have school resource officers. Officer Lucas is at Utica High, and Officers Nabeldorf or Officer Nabi is at Eisenhower High School full-time, and armed security, armed officers.
The philosophy and belief really is that as much as there's discussion around teachers or other personnel being armed in schools to help support our communities, we really believe the philosophy is teachers teach, and we believe that our police officers are the ones that take care of the business of being armed and being able to support and secure our environments at our schools.
This is my favorite table.
And the discussion about safety of our children while in school runs so much deeper than the headlines.
Not just with the national events, which are certainly very tragic, but social media and a lot of discussion in a variety of other media really keeps us busy now in schools. And so we have always focused on safety and security as part of our planning.
Planning, which brought together this very important partnership between Utica Community Schools and the Shelby Township Police Department.
It's a worrisome post that a student who's on homebound services made. He's not in the school anymore, but he's definitely somewhat one of Ken's students. He's not in the...
An intense interest in school safety combined with the opportunity to build relationships with the community.
I don't think that it's this one entity that we're providing. Sure, we're putting an armed officer in the school, but I've spent a lot of time in the schools. I'm a former DARE officer, and I've always felt that us being in the schools is a great place for us because it affords us the opportunity to dialogue and communicate with young kids. It allows young people to see us as role models or people that they can entrust. So there's so many more things that we can do. We can co-partner with the district, dealing with a multitude of issues that are going on there above and beyond just the law enforcement side.
And in the spirit of community working together, the school resource officer's salary will be split evenly by the school district and the police department. For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
Several students in the Utica Community School District have dedicated their elementary and junior high years to volunteer service. Our Robert Gambrell gives us a closer look at how the Junior Optimist Club teaches students the value of giving back to people in need.
This club is all community service based. The students are learning how to give back to their community. They're thinking of their own ideas.
Smoots has been a part of the Junior Optimist Club 5 out of the 7 years that it's been around at West Utica. And she loves watching her students giving back to the community. The
most recent thing we did was collecting books for children who do not have any books at home and are now able to donate those books to students. 5th grader Ashley Matthews enjoys being a part of this club and plans on joining the Optimist Club in junior high school.
My goal is to just make a difference and just show everybody that there's much more and there's like a lot of people that need helping.
Another member, Anna, says that she has a lot of fun and she wants other kids to know why the Junior Optimist Club is important.
It's really fun because you get to help people and kids like in hospitals, you know, you feel good that you're helping other people.
West Utica's Junior Optimist Club gives a lot back to the community, from canned food drives to decorating Christmas baskets for needy children to playing bingo with the seniors. The students all come up with these ideas on their own and execute them. They're really, really fun things that they like to do. Junior high, they also have a Junior Optimist Club. I had a chance to go to a fundraiser and talk to some kids about what the Junior Optimist Club in junior high school is all about.
Raise money to give to the Macomb Foster Closet, and they let foster kids and their parents come in and choose 100 items to give to them. 8th grader and president Olivia Pinto is very happy for the amount of people that have come out
to support their fundraiser.
It makes me feel really good, like our club has really accomplished something. This is our second one that we've done, and we're really looking for new members, so we're hoping that our successes are bringing new people in also.
Media director Annie Droley and member Jack Droley both say that it's a nice gesture to give back to unfortunate kids. And they would like to give some advice to children that might be interested in participating in the Junior Optimist Club in junior high school.
It's better because it's outside of school, and you don't have to stay after school, so it's every Saturday, and there's more opportunity to be part of the Junior Optimist Club.
Has more experiences with adults and things that you're going to use in society and in your life further on.
The Junior Optimist Club is full of children of all ages that love to give back to our community and making our world a better place to live in. I'm Robert Gambrell, Shelby This Week.
To close out the month of April, we are bringing you one last story on autism awareness. One man's life has come full circle as he started off in a rehab center and now works in one. Our April Morton takes a look at how Andrew is accomplishing his goals and has overcome his diagnosis of autism.
A few weeks ago, while doing a story on Quality Care Rehab and Autism Center, we met Andrew. He was beyond excited about starting his new job at the clinic. We spoke with him briefly, but his story of how he came to be here definitely deserves to be told.
Well, Asperger's is a higher milder form of autism and a little bit more high functioning, but basically it's still same issues, they may have a hard time talking to people or looking at people or having sensory issues or maybe affected maybe too much loud noise.
As Arlene, Andrew's mom, proudly looks on as he describes what he does at his new job. She recalls a time when she had major concerns about her baby boy.
Well, when Andrew was born, I noticed he had a poor suck, and I noticed his head control was really lagging, and then there was no trunk control. So I knew something was up. Doctor said, oh, he's just a little slow, everything will be okay. Well, my previous profession, I worked in physical therapy, and I had been studying about the milestone growths of a baby, and I knew something wasn't right. So I had a friend therapist come over and we watched him, and she said, Arlene, get him into therapy. So
Arlene took that friend's advice and started Andrew in therapy right away.
And we started very early intervention with OT, PT, around 6 months old. And the milestone of growth just started taking off, and before we knew it, Andrew had head control, he had trunk control.
Arlene says she continued the therapy throughout Andrew's childhood, and it really paid off, but there were some challenges.
Well, the biggest challenge I would say for Andrew, the communication, he wouldn't give eye contact, he didn't like to be cuddled, he didn't like to be touched. People would stare at him like, what's going on? I think for middle school was probably the biggest challenge for Andrew, because at that age, kids, tend to make fun of you.
So as a young child, Andrew faced many challenges, but his mom was very emotional when she spoke of his accomplishments.
Very proud. My husband and I, very proud. Andrew has a bachelor's degree from Oakland University. And when Andrew and I were talking about going to college, at first he didn't know what he wanted to go into. And he likes to speak, which is really bizarre because he is autistic. And I said, Andrew, communications, what about that? And so he looked into that. And he said, Mom, that's it. We're going to do communications.
With a degree in speech communications and a minor in journalism, I asked Andrew if he'd maybe take my job one day.
We'll see.
For Shelby This Week, I'm April Morton.
Money Smart Week brought out a guest speaker to the Shelby Township Library to inform residents on how they can stay safe from money scams. Here's Madeline Miller with more.
April is Financial Literacy Month and a great time to focus on financial education, and that's exactly what Money Smart Week intends to do. Money Smart Week is 6 days of focused presentations designed to help consumers learn to better manage their personal finances. As part of Money Smart Week, an expert from Wayne State University's SAFE program came to the Shelby Township Library to help older adults avoid and recover from financial scams and identity theft.
It's very important because we have people out there that are just waiting to scam you. It is so many, it's at least 25 or 30 different ways that someone can scam you.
SAFE stands for Success After Financial Exploitation and is designed to help seniors through the recovery process after being victimized. Patricia Mullen's presentation focused on the fact that seniors ages 55 and up are the most vulnerable to scams. There's even a scam out there called the grandparent scam.
This person that's calling on the phone and they're crying and they're, I need help, don't tell my mom and this and that, and then they're trying to get money out of that senior.
Unfortunately, scams don't stop at phone calls, and with the internet growing every day, it's important to take precautions.
And what you have to do is change your passwords frequently, and not only that, don't go to an area that you don't think or that you don't know about.
The most important thing you can do to avoid scams and identity theft is to protect your personal information. And when asked how to do that, Patricia had one simple answer.
Don't give it out.
If you or someone you know is a victim of a scam or identity theft, the SAFE program offers free one-on-one help for seniors. They will help you contact credit report agencies, file police reports, close compromised accounts, place fraud alerts on your credit reports, and much more. If you want more information, the Shelby Township Library has several books just like this one to help you get through any financial crisis. I'm Madeline Miller, Shelby This Week.
Several Shelby Township residents will take a bow in the musical production of The Bridges of Madison County. But before they perform for the audience, they have spent time in rehearsals on the Avon Players stage. Avon Players is closing its 2017-2018 season with The Bridges of Madison County, a musical which was adapted from a novel in a 1995 movie. The story takes audiences on a love affair between two characters.
It's very romantic, but it tells a good story about how you can be tempted with things and then you find your way back to what really matters, which is family and home, and so it's a good lesson in staying true to your family and your core values and things like that. But it's beautiful. The music is beautiful.
Shelby Township resident Tracy Murray may be a familiar face to some. She lends her vocals at various township events. However, getting back into theater has been very rewarding for her.
Although it's been fun for the last few years to help with some of the, sing at some of the Shelby events for the veterans and, any of the political events, this kind of got me back to doing what I was doing for years, which is really singing hard and challenging myself and just stepping outside of the box.
Director Ryan Moore is very impressed with the 14-member cast.
The music is not to be missed, and I think the story is very moving, and I think it's going to be an emotional one for some audience members. Bring your tissues.
Avon Players has many opportunities for people in the community to get involved, and it really doesn't matter how much background you have.
The wonderful thing about theater is that people can contribute in as many people as there are in the world. There's that many ways you can contribute to the theater. So of course, when people think about becoming involved with community theater, they first think of, oh, I'm going to audition for a show, which is great, okay? But not everybody is an actor, and not everybody even seeks to be an actor. And so, I mean, if the scenery and stuff, all levels of, from highly skilled builders to I can hold a paintbrush, you can find some way to pitch in around the community theater. And it really is a community. That's no misnomer. So you'll form great friendships, great socializing, but also, put your talents and contribute to something really wonderful that you're proud of.
I think they should come out for a great night of live theater. Anytime we can bring to the community the quality productions that we provide here at Avon, I certainly encourage folks to come out and see what we have to offer. Certainly with this show, but throughout our season.
I'm surprised at how many people live in this general area, even in Shelby and in Rochester, that don't realize that this theater is here. I mean, you drive by 25 and you go around that roundabout, but no one really sees this back here. And just come out, and they do 5 shows a year. They do youth theater in the summer, and just the talent here is amazing.
The show opens on May 18th and runs until June 2nd. To purchase tickets, visit avonplayers.org. The Shelby Township Municipal Building has unique art pieces displayed in the lobby, and all the items are for sale. The Shelby Township Fine Art Society is once again hosting their spring sale. From watercolor designs to acrylic paintings, there is a little bit for everyone. And all the artwork is one of a kind, and the artists are involved in the group.
It's a great show. There are about 25 artists, and we have about 50 in our club, and so that's about half of us. And each of us have at least 2, 3, sometimes 4 paintings, and it's really a great variety. I'm really proud of the show.
The show goes until May 4th and will be available for viewing and purchasing during regular business hours of the municipal building. The Shelby Township Fine Art Society is always looking for new members. All you have to be is 18 years of age or older.
You don't even have to be an artist. You can just come if you enjoy the arts.
If you are interested in joining, you can always contact Ann at 586-803-4115. The next art showcase for the Society will be at the Shelby Township Art Fair in August. To celebrate the Packard Proving Grounds' 90th birthday, one record-holding car has made its way back to Michigan. In June of 1928, 2 race car drivers from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway attended the dedication ceremony of the new oval track Packard had installed on the property. To show just how fast this track was, both drivers tested it out in their Miller Special race cars. Leon Duray had just set a record at the Indianapolis track a few weeks prior. And when he got onto the Packard grounds, he set another world record speed at over 148 miles per hour. He was driving this very car, and this is the first time this car has made its way back to the Packard Proving Grounds since 1928. This car has traveled throughout the country and the world.
Eventually, it came back to America. It's now owned by the Indianapolis Speedway Museum, and we're very grateful that they're allowing us to show it during our 90th birthday here at the Packard Proving Grounds.
This number 4 Miller Special race car will be on the grounds until August.
The history is here in Shelby. A lot of folks don't know it, and this is just one of the many stories that the Packard Proving Ground can tell about testing quality automobiles on our 1-acre square mile site that Packard built in 1928.
There will be many events throughout the summer to see this car, including the 90th birthday celebration on June 14th. But if you would like a more private showing, individual tours are available. Just call 586-739-4800. If you are trying to search for that perfect Mother's Day gift, one local church has an event you might want to check out. Brookside Baptist Church will be hosting a spring market. The event will feature over 30 vendors. From 31 gifts to LuLaRoe and Tupperware, there will be a wide range of items for sale. The spring market will be on Saturday, May 5th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Brookside Baptist Church on Mound Road. Thank you for joining us. That's all we have for this edition of Shelby This Week. Remember, you can always catch us online or on Facebook. Just search Shelby TV. This past week, the President of the United States made his way to Macomb County. His rally in Washington Township was attended by thousands of people. Our very own Shelby Township Police Department were a part of his motorcade. We will leave you now with scenes from the President's drive through Macomb County. Enjoy, and thanks for watching.